Good morning, students. Today we will continue the remaining part of this topic, human health and disease. The next disease is protozoan diseases. In this, we will discuss about amoebiasis. Amoebiasis is a scientific name. Its a common name is amoebic dysentery. Amoebic dysentery, pathogen for this amoebic dysentery is Entamoeba histolytica. And the mode of transmission of this pathogen generally takes place with the help of vectors. They are known as houseflies. Houseflies, they are only a mechanical carriers. Mechanical carrier means whenever they are going to sit on, or whenever they will visit, or whenever they will sit on the contaminated food with these pathogens, and when the same houseflies is going to sit on the food components that is kept for our consumption or for having the food, at the time these houseflies, they are going to carry these pathogens from the site of contamination to the site of food that is kept for our consumption. And these houseflies, they are going to transmit the parasites from fecal matter to food and water that we consume. The main symptoms of this disease are constipation. Constipation means the uneasiness for defecation process, abdominal pain, cramps, and the presence of the mucus and blood clots in the stool. So whenever in initial stage you never come across such type of situations like blood or stool in the blood containing that is added in the stool, but initially it starts with continuous cramps and the abdominal pains, and in chronic stage or in advanced stage, so the person is going to lose this blood clots in the stool. So this is what the structure of this Entamoeba histolytica. Okay. The next disease is Ascaris. Ascaris, that belongs to the Hellman's disease. Hellman's are the worms. Ascariasis is the name of the disease caused by the pathogen Ascaris. It is one of the intestinal parasites. Parasites are those which consume food and take the benefits from the host body. In turn, they are going to harm the host, and such type of organisms are known as parasites. In case if these parasites are placed inside the body, then they are known as endoparasites. Or in another category, if the parasites are placed outside the body, like a mosquito. Mosquitoes are also parasites. They are going to suck the blood, and once they are done with their purpose, they are going to leave the host, and such type of parasites are known as ectoparasites. In case of Ascaris, the complete name of Ascaris is Ascaris lumbricoides. It is one of the intestinal parasites, and the mode of transmission is the soil, water, vegetable, fruits that is contaminated with the fecal matter or the eggs of the parasites. So whenever so that is when in elders in a home, they suggest whenever you are going to consume or use the vegetable, fruits, so we should wash them properly, because if that soil contains these eggs of the parasites, they easily enters into our body and they are going to cause this ascariasis. And the main symptom of ascariasis is internal bleeding, muscular pain, fever, anemia, and in severe cases it may also leads to blockage of intestinal passage. Okay, and blockage of the intestinal passage, that's mainly observed in Ascaris, and this is mainly because of more number of these worms in the intestine, and that creates the uneasiness to the person, those who are under this ascariasis infection. So next we will discuss about, just a moment, filariasis. It is also known as elephantiasis. The main pathogen for this filariasis is filarial worms, or they are also known as Wucheria. Wucheria W. bancrofti or W. malii means Wucheria bancrofti or Wucheria malii. These are the two species, they belongs to the Wucheria, and these species, they are going to cause the filariasis. In a common term it is also known as elephantiasis. ಕನ್ನಡದಲ್ಲಿ ಇದಕ್ಕೆ ಆನೆಕಾಲು ರೋಗ ಅಂತಲೂ ಕೂಡ ಕರೀತಾರೆ, ಬಿಕಾಸ್ ಆಫ್ ದ ಅಪಿಯರೆನ್ಸ್ ಆಫ್ ದಿಸ್ ಡಿಸೀಸ್ ಪರ್ಸನ್ ಕಂಡೀಷನ್. You can see how worst situation the person is going to face the medical consequences because of the infection of this elephantiasis. So main mode of transmission. So here the female Culex mosquito is a vector. A female Culex mosquito is going to transfer the infection or transfer these parasites from the site of contamination to the healthy person. During the bite of this female Culex mosquito, easily these parasites enter into the bloodstream of the healthy person, then it leads to elephantiasis symptoms. And these filarial worms, they mainly live in lymph vessels. I think many of you are aware regarding lymph. It is also one of the fluid. It is also known as tissue fluid ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತೀವಿ ಇದಕ್ಕೆ. Tissue fluid is nothing but a lymph. When these lymph will get contaminated with this filariasis, that too specifically to the lower limbs, it is going to cause the chronic inflammation of the organs. Chronic inflammation means the bulging, ಬಾವು ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತೀವಿ ನಾವು, ಇನ್ಫ್ಲಮೇಟ್ ಆಗೋದು, ಬಾಯ್ತಾ ಹೋಗುತ್ತಾ. ಈ ಇನ್ಫ್ಲಮೇಷನ್ಸ್ ಆಫ್ ದೀಸ್ ಆರ್ಗನ್ಸ್ that may live for many years, and gradually it is going to cause the deformed limbs of the genital organs. You can see how these organs or the limbs are deformed, and this is how the genital organs will also get deformed. So these are the different pictures you can see here. So that is how very worst symptoms of this disease we come across. So next one is fungal disease. Fungal disease, that is ringworms. So you may get confused. Ringworms ಅಂದ ಕೂಡಲೇ ನಾವು ಯಾವುದೋ ವರ್ಮ್ಸ್ ಇರಬೇಕು ಹಾಗೆ ಅನ್ಕೋತೀವಿ. ನೋ, ringworm is one of the fungal disease. Okay. And this ringworm disease is mainly caused by the pathogen Microsporum trichophyton and Epidermophyton. Okay, this is the causative organism, and the mode of transmission is from soil or by using towels, cloths or comb. So that is the reason many of us, as a part of hygiene, many of our elders, they say that you should not share some of the personal things like the towel, cloths or combs with any unknown person. So in such cases, infection easily spreads from infected person to the healthy person. So that is how the symptoms they appear. And one first and foremost thing for the fungal infection is the moisture content. If you retain moisture on the body for longer duration, that condition itself is sufficient for the fungal infections. Moisture content ಬಹಳ ಫೇವರಬಲ್ ಕಂಡೀಷನ್ ಯಾವುದಕ್ಕೆ, ಫಂಗಲ್ ಗ್ರೋತಿಗೆ. ಇದನ್ನು ನಾವು ಬಹಳ ಸ್ಪೆಸಿಫಿಕ್ ಆಗಿ ಗಮನ ಇಡಬೇಕು. ಓಕೆ, ವೆದರ್ ಇಟ್ ಮೇ ಬಿ ಅ ವಾಟರ್ ಆರ್ ಇಟ್ ಮೇ ಬಿ ಡ್ಯೂರಿಂಗ್ ರೇನಿ ಸೀಸನ್ ಆರ್ ವೇರಿಂಗ್ ದ ವೆಟ್ ಕ್ಲಾತ್ಸ್ ಆರ್ ಪಾರ್ಷಿಯಲಿ ಡ್ರೈಡ್ ವೆಟ್ cloths. So that is not suggestible, because once you provide the moisture content on the skin, easily fungal infections may happen. And the symptoms: appearance of dry and scaly lesions on the various parts of the body, and in some of the cases It is also known as tinea captis ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತೀವಿ. If it is going to cause the infection to your head region, even though it is going to shed off the hairs on this head region, and in some of the cases see how worst symptoms we come across in case of fungal infections. So these are the initial ringworm symptoms. ಹಾಗೆ ಇದೆ ನೋಡಿ, ರೌಂಡ್ ಪ್ಯಾಚಸ್ ಇದ್ದಾಗಿದೆ. ಇದು ರಿಂಗ್ ವರ್ಮ್ ಅನ್ನೋದಕ್ಕೆ ಇದಕ್ಕೂ ಒಂದು ಮೇನ್ ರೀಸನ್ ಇದೆ. ಏನಂದರೆ ಇದು ಇನ್ಫೆಕ್ಷನ್ ಸರ್ಕ್ಯುಲರ್ ಪ್ಯಾಟ್ರನಲ್ಲಿ ಸ್ಪ್ರೆಡ್ ಆಗ್ತದೆ. ಈಗ ಡಾಟ್ ಇತ್ತು, ಡಾಟ್ ಇದ್ದಿದ್ದು ಸರ್ಕಂಫರೆನ್ಸ್ ಅದರದ್ದು ಡಯಾಮೀಟರ್ ಇನ್ಕ್ರೀಸ್ ಆಕ್ಕೊಂತ ಹಾಗೆ ಸ್ಪ್ರೆಡ್ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಹೋಗುತ್ತೆ. ಗ್ರ್ಯಾಜುವಲಿ ಇಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಗೋಯಿಂಗ್ ಟು ಮೇಕ್ ದ ಸ್ಕೇಲಿ ಲೆಸನ್ಸ್, dry scaly lesions that leads to itching sensation. Once you satisfy the itching, again it is going to spread gradually. Itching sensation, burning sensation, then it leads to the death of the skin cells, then it is going to spread. So it is going to kill it's going to kill the skin cells as the infection spreads. And there is no limitation for this infection site. It may take place at the any region like the face, it may be, or the ears, or it may be in case of head region, or in case in between the fingers or in the hands. So that is how it spreads. Okay. And the next important part is about public health measures. After discussing all these diseases, first what are the precautionary measures that we need to follow? First, awareness. You should be aware regarding wide varieties of the diseases and how these diseases are going to spread, and how much precautionary lifestyle or the healthy lifestyle we need to follow. And you should aware of all these diseases, then only you will be get protected from these diseases. Next, personal hygiene. Personal hygiene, many of us will neglect this part, because personal hygiene is very very important, because you can see all these diseases is not going to affect all the persons. Very few of them will get the infection. Why only few people they will get infections? Because the person, those who are compromised with their hygiene part, they will get the infection. So personal hygiene is very very important part of your life to keep you disciplined and also to keep you healthy. It has got the multiple benefits. Next, public hygiene and controlling vectors. Public hygiene means you should take care of your surroundings, or you should not throw any type of trash in and around to the house, or keeping that surroundings clean. That is also very important, because when you compromise with the public hygiene, then easily these vectors will start spreading. And once these vectors they are going to create their dwelling place, means then it is very tough to keep them away from your house. So mosquitoes, house flies, all these vectors are very much dangerous for the health concept. Okay. So controlling vectors, in this part you should keep their surroundings clean, and you should not you should avoid retaining that water during rainy season. Next, vaccination. It is one of the advanced methodology that for public measures. Why many of the state programs and central programs, they suggest many of the individuals to undergo the process of vaccination, because the vaccination keeps yourself healthy, and in case of children, that provides the boosting immune system for them to protect or to fight against any type of diseases. Antibiotics. So nowadays you will easily get these antibiotics in the market, so that these antibiotics are used against wide varieties of the infection. But only thing is this antibiotic should not be taken recurrently, or continuously. You should not dependent upon the antibiotics, because you should also build your immune system simultaneously when you want to take the help of the antibiotics. Okay. And healthy habits and lifestyle. This is very 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 important, because what we follow, based on that our immune system is going to boost up. So many of us, what we do, if we get the leisure time, so easily we go for sleeping for long duration, or cultivating any type of the bad habits. So that should not be done. So a healthy eating or healthy living style is very important. Exercises or eating fruits or vegetables and keeping yourself active is very important, because as we all know that a human body is a type of the unique mechanism. If you train it hard, so much strong it will become, and that in turn you will get you benefits. If you become lethargic, you don't get the benefits. Easily your body is a suitable condition for all the parasites, all the pathogens to enter into your body. So that is what I suggest. Always cultivate the healthy habits and maintain the healthy lifestyle. That is not only is important for your personal hygiene, it is also very important for your individual health to maintain your health. So thank you students. So by this we are done with this part of the topic. So remaining part we will discuss in the next session.